Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some very exciting Monster High news to talk about. From our very first look at the new wave of core refresh dolls coming in 2026, from more information on the upcoming release for Skullector Emily Corpse Bride doll, new Funko Pops, and more, so stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. So firstly, yes, we do have a brand new Funko Pops for Monster High dropping later this year. They're going to be available for pre-order very soon. We have two new Funko Pops from both recent holiday releases for Draculaura, who was actually, Draculaura was the first holiday release, and then we also have the first holiday Skullector doll, if I'm not mistaken, right? So yeah, they both look really cute. The makeup for Draculaura, like, wow, that is so sharp, on fleek. Love that. The little dress, like overskirt, kind of also doubles as a stand for Draculaura, so she does not need a base to stand on, so that's really fun. Skullector also, her makeup's really nice. The painted details are really well done as well, and I just think they're just adorable. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get them. I mean, I want to get all the Monster High Funko Pops because they're adorable, but I feel like these two are, like, design-wise, they're just not as exciting because the previous Funko Pops that we've gotten so far are all based from, original G1 releases. I think that's why they also looked more interesting. These two are based on more recent releases for G1, and that's okay. I hope that they do more, of course, obviously, but I do feel like for most of us, when we see new Funko Pops for Monster High, we're mostly hoping for new G1 core characters that were released, that are based on original dolls from like way back when, and not like recent releases. At least not for me. I feel like we definitely need more schools out, like Lagouna Funko Pop. We need like Deuce to get a Funko Pop, like Toralei, Rochelle, Rebecca, Venus. There's so many characters that still need to get Funko Pops based on their original releases from way back when. And I just don't feel like these two are as exciting as an addition. And then, yes, we have information, updates on the upcoming Skullector Emily Corpse Bride doll. She has been very anticipated for many people, me included. I feel like, the first reaction I had to her way back when we had the, first real life pictures out of nowhere, I was definitely disappointed a little bit because the dress was just not what we expected. But the face is just so undeniably on point that I feel like the dress is growing on me. Even the a little bit huge and overdone belt that she has going on, like, even though that looks really chunky and thick and does not really pull any inspiration from the actual dress that she wears, I still feel like it's just such a Monster High-ism that we get very often with these Skullector designs that I don't mind it as much because it's so typical of Monster High Skullector. Like, we always get a chunky belt. Usually, like, it's, Rebecca, she usually does these releases, designs them, and we know, like, she likes to add belts, and she does the object heels, and so we see these kind of patterns here with Emily as well. So I feel like that's why she's kind of growing on me more with the dress. The dress has layers, at least. That's great. And, the ribcage is exposed. I do feel like a lot of the budget went into creating this new unique body sculpt for this doll only, exclusively for her only. And that's why maybe we don't have a flower bouquet or a purse or like literally any other accessory, because she is very bare. She just has the stand and herself. Like, she doesn't have any other accessory, which, definitely a little bit surprising, because usually at least they include like a bag, like a bag, or I don't know, like just one accessory. But here, like, no. So I do feel like they must have spent most of the budget here into creating these new molds and making sure that she does look at least authentic in her design, even though maybe her dress is more of like a simpler version of the actual dress she wears in a movie. So all in all, I do think she's really pretty, and again, she's dropping on August 8th on Mattel Creations First for members only, and then the day after she will be released for the public. And no worries, she will be also available on Target, Amazon, Walmart, etc. She is not a limited release on Mattel Creations only. She's going to be available in all major retailers, even Smith's Toys in Europe. So if you're considering getting the membership only for Emily here to secure her early from Mattel Creations, you don't have to, because again, I'm telling you, she will not sell out. She will also be available for probably even cheaper on other stores. So yeah, I'm actually kind of debating if I should just wait for Smith's Toys to get her, because that way she would also ship quicker to me. Because Mattel Creations, they usually ship a little, you know, they take their time. So honestly, I'm not even sure. I do have a little bit of anxiety of missing out, but again, I have to remind myself, we've been getting real life pictures of these dolls being found in stores for many weeks now, and let's remember, the first real life picture of her came out a long time ago. So again, she is not a Mattel Creations exclusive. She's a not limited, mass produced in any way. She's gonna be there's gonna be plenty of her, I'm pretty sure, and she's gonna be very easily purchasable and accessible on all major retailers. So I don't think we gotta fret. I don't think we gotta stress out about her release. She's not gonna sell out. She's gonna have more releases also again on other stores. So let's hope it just goes well, because I definitely need her. She's really cute. In the face, I mean, the face is just perfect, even if the dress could have been better. But what do you think? Are you getting her? And if yes, where are you going to buy her from? And yes, the main news here for today is that we had our first look at the new upcoming Monster High Core Refresh second wave, I guess, coming out in 2026. Yeah, my first thoughts, like, I'm gonna be honest, my first impression seeing these pictures was that, oh, this is like a fan-made edit. You know, this is like a fan-made sketch, concept art mock-up that someone made. This is not official. That's what I thought, that this was a fan-made edit and not official. And then I saw my pictures and I was like, oh, wow. This is official. These are the designs we're getting for the second wave of Core Refresh. This was not what I was expecting. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. I have to be honest. I was a little bit shocked, surprised. So yeah, what do you think? What was your first impression? Because again, I think for me, I was just, it took me a second, like, oh, okay. This is what we're doing for next year. Okay, interesting. So again, once again, thanks to Seeing Mount for sharing these first stock photos. Wow, we're getting already stock photos of these dolls. I guess they're gonna start leaking even more than we thought before next year, because officially, again, they're coming next year officially. But maybe some of these will, drop earlier by the end of this year. Probably. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's go over each individually, shall we? Because we do have thoughts, and it's also kind of funny how the public has reacted to these dolls. It's very much torn. We're all very mixed. Interesting, right? Okay, first off, we have Claudine. By the way, I'm also going to be comparing these to the previous Core Refresh, so just stay tuned for that at the end of the video. And also, we're going to take a look at the feedback from my polls on Instagram on my story and see what you all voted for. But yeah, Claudine. Oh, wow. By the way, I'm starting with Claudine because she's my least favorite. So we're going from my least favorites to my most favorites. So Claudine, once again, does not look the best. The fuzzy skirt, the chunky gold belt, the fuzzy sleeves, the boots, the weird heel, so much going on here. It feels almost like this outfit should be part of a theme where it's like, oh, rocking, like a rock band. Monster High G3 Rock Fest. This does not feel like her core look. It's just off. It's not giving core school outfit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not giving core. It's giving musical festival, it's giving Coachella, it's giving or I guess runway, or just something, or going shopping at a mall. It's not giving Core Refresh. It's not giving that official, oh yes, this is her signature look. No, it's just giving just kind of generic cutesy mall look, fashiony, like we're doing fashion. With the fuzzy skirt and the fuzzy sleeve, and it's just fuzzy because, oh, Claudine's a werewolf and she's fuzzy, and it's, yeah, ooh, it does not feel original. It feels very much like all they can think about to do with Claudine is put her in some boots, fuzzy aesthetics, animal prints, and that's it. And I guess, to be fair, yeah, what else can you do with her? But I feel like there's a way to make it interesting, and this is not it. I feel like there's just not anything here that is cohesive or that I like. that I really like, you know, easily. I think the previous one is better, but yeah, I just like, what happened? What happened here? It's like, it's just like all these pieces are giving such different signals, you know, like I just don't feel like it all goes, and it's all a mess. It's a mess. I don't know. I'm sorry, Claudine. I'm sorry. And next we have Frankie, and you know what? They might be my second least favorite, but at least they look a little bit better. I do like the plaid kind of like I think shorts that they have underneath this like pleather vinyl skirt in black, the sweater with like the knit kind of like a plaid look, argyle or whatever, that looks nice. It's very that now this is giving kind of school aesthetics. Like this is what I mean when I'm talking about school look. This like Frankie's giving school vibes. The hair is crimped, something new for Frankie. Like I like the makeup, and the see-through leg, that's interesting. Yeah, and green. Definitely very cutesy. Yeah, I think they look better. They're giving more like classy Frankie school vibes. You know, like they're going to like, you know, just another class, or they're studying, and you know, like this is giving like what I think a core refresh should be giving, which is just like kind of a nice school outfit that's still very fashionable and, you know, trendy. Yeah, I think it works. The hair, the see-through leg, the boots even, like, yeah, I like it. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. In third place, we have Lagouna, shockingly. I think she's most people's like least favorite just because she does look like such a downgrade when compared to the previous core refresh doll. We'll get there, hang on. But I think just her alone as a doll, like just by herself, I do like the maxi skirt. Like I think it's nice that we're getting longer skirts. Like I feel like so rarely do we get to see like very long skirts, or very, again, like maxi skirts that go past the knees. This is cute. It's cute. I don't know what's going on with the puffy like arm warmer sleeves situation. That's confusing to me. I guess they're kind of giving jellyfish vibes. Maybe that's the point. Maybe the arm sleeves are supposed to be giving like puffy jellyfish vibes. I do like her shoes. I think I definitely prefer these shoes over the previous core refresh shoes, because I feel like they look better with heels on, or some kind of like, you know, heeled boot, or, you know, shoe. When they're wearing sneakers, to me that's just bland and boring. So these shoes definitely look better, and I do like her hairstyle. It's cute. You know, it's cute. I like it. So overall, surprisingly, she's cute. Like Lagouna is really cute here, but I do feel like, once again, this is just so simple. Like really simple. Like there's just not much going on here. So. Okay, then we have Cleo, and wow, yes, she's really pretty. You know, we finally have a Cleo doll wearing pants. We've had one before with Monster Fest, I believe, or was that Monster... Was it Monster Fest or Monster Ball? Yeah, no, Monster Fest. You know, because if you remember, the Cleo prototype for G3, she had pants on. So this doll here, her design here, actually looks very similar to Cleo's prototype that we were supposed to be getting with her pants, and like the color scheme also is very similar. So I feel like that's why I like this design for her more, because she does resemble the prototype of Cleo to some degree. I like the prints, like the design on her pants. I like the bandages, you know, flowing down from the pockets, her golden boots, her top with the flowy sleeves in black, you know, they kind of go off the shoulder. Then she has a gold necklace, and, you know, she has simple bangs and just straight hair. So I like her makeup as well, and I think, yeah, she's just, you know, again, really reminds me of the prototype that we did not get. But finally, we do have a Cleo here with pants, and it actually looks really cute. Like, she's really giving. But is she better than the original core refresh? We'll get there. Hang on. In first place, we have Draculaura. Now, I do think she's really cute here. We have the like black sleeves here with the pink bows, the dress, the print. The leg warmers are really cute. Then we have like some chunky sneakers, and the pigtails, obviously very Draculaura. I love that. But I have to, you know, make it clear that while I do like this outfit, I feel like this kind of look they could have also easily given to most other characters, and they could have also pulled it off. So I just wish that there would have been a bit more personality here given to this outfit to really make it clear that this is Draculaura's outfit, and not just, again, an outfit that they could have given to most other Monster High characters, just color swapped it, and they could have also looked good in it. You know what I mean? This just feels like a very versatile look that can be worn by any character, and it's not really personalized. And I feel like for a core signature look for a character like Draculaura, you want it to be very specific to her style, very specific to her aesthetic that we know and love. And this, while it's cute, again, I like it, it's just not really unique to her. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Anyway, it's cute. It's very trendy. It's very TikTok. It's very current with the leg warmers, the huge bows, that kind of like knit looking sweater, really baggy sleeves, the pigtails, the bows. Again, very, very much of the time, very current. So of course I like it. I'm partial myself to a nice leg warmer and some chunky sneakers. I think it's very cute, but still, I just feel like it could have been more original. It could have been more unique. It could have been definitely more personalized and stylized to Draculaura herself as a character. I guess I just feel like as a collection, these 5 feel kind of disjointed, but let's go over now what you all voted for on my Instagram polls and your feedback about what you think, like which doll you think is better from each core refresh wave. Starting off here with Lagouna. Most people voted that the original core refresh looks better, and I agree. And I just feel comparing these two, the new one is just not as exciting, and she's just kind of bland. Like the poofy sleeves, the maxi skirt, even though I like that we're getting variety, still, like, it's just very simple. The top, there's just nothing here that's like really cute, like really like wow, although except the shoes. Like I do like the shoes. Like I wish that the first core refresh had like heels or something, because I feel like that would have been so cute. But anyway, her accessories are cute, like the hairstyle's nice, the makeup's nice, but I just feel like there's just nothing exciting here, Then we have Frankie, and most people voted as well that the first core refresh doll looks much better, and I agree. Even though it wasn't my favorite style, I still think it just looks more Frankie, like Frankie's style, like something that they would wear realistically, like from the show, and just like their character. That first core refresh just is so authentically Frankie. The new version is still very Frankie. Like I do feel like it's still very much their character and personality with the top, it's very school vibes. The bottom, I just feel like is not as exciting, and then the makeup is also not as exciting. The black lip on the first Frankie really is just so exciting, really just looked really popped, and I feel like the biggest interesting thing about this new Frankie is the translucent green leg. Like, to be honest, even though I do like the outfit more and the crimped hair, it feels like a less interesting version of the original core refresh Frankie. Next we have Claudine, and this is shocking actually. Most of you voted on the Instagram poll that you prefer the new core refresh doll over the first release. Now, to be fair, it wasn't like, it was just by a smidge that the right version won, the new one, that most people voted for the new one over the first one, but still, like, that means that most people still, to some degree prefer the new version of core refresh Claudine, which I understand why. The original core refresh Claudine isn't like as is, she's not as exciting, but I guess compared to the new one, because the new one has a skirt on, and with the fuzzy skirt and stuff, and the boots, perhaps people like her more. But I feel like the pants on the first one, and like the varsity jacket, right, I feel like that looks better. I feel like that's just key. That's just also, again, it's giving more school vibes, and for a core refresh wave, you kind of want it to be more generic school vibes and not as, mall centric, or like, again, whatever, just high fashion that we have here with the new core refresh Claudine. Like, this one's just not as, it doesn't feel like it's like what she would wear to school. Like, it's just not, like, it feels more like a themed Claudine doll, like, oh yeah, going to the mall. Anyway, but yeah, unsurprisingly, still people mostly did not prefer her overall, which is, again, Claudine really has a tough time with both core refresh waves. Like, it's just, yeah, she's never like a home run, Next we have Draculaura, and once again with her, most people voted for the for the first core refresh Draculaura. That looks better, and I also agree. I think the first core refresh is more authentically Draculaura. You can see her personality, like she has the witch hat on, she has a spell book as one of the accessories, she has layers of clothing on, she has the tights on. Like, I just feel like with that Draculaura, it really is her. It's just so uniquely her, the design, you know, the outfit, like that outfit would not work on a different character. Unlike with the new Draculaura, this outfit would definitely work on many other characters, you know, because it's just kind of like, it's more just kind of like generic cute. So while I do like this new Draculaura's outfit, I definitely prefer the original one just because it's definitely more authentically drag and just more unique and more original to her personal aesthetics, you know, and vibes. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm not the only one, even though I do like her still. Like, she's cute, definitely the best one out of all 5. It's still not as original as I think we would have hoped for a core refresh for next year. Lastly, for Cleo, most of you voted for the original core refresh that looks better over the new one, and also I agree. I think with most of these I agree, except for Claudine, just because I feel like the original core refresh Claudine is still, to me, I prefer her. But with Cleo here, yeah, the first one looks better. I just love the skirt, the heels that she has going on. Her accessories are also like much more interesting. In this new Cleo, I feel like the best part of the best part about this new Cleo is easily her pants, and that she has, yeah, this cute top on. But otherwise, I feel like she's just not as interesting or as, you know, experimental, if you will, right? Like, the lipstick is more natural, the hair is not as exciting, and I do like her pants, but I feel like except for the pants, even the boots are just more simplified. There's not much painted details. The first core refresh Cleo, like her heel is like really unique, you know, so I feel like that's just something that we don't get here with the new one. And her accessories, again, also are just not as exciting, but still cute Cleo. Again, pants, love that. So still one of the better ones of this new wave. Anyway, yeah, that was that was a lot. So what are your thoughts? Because again, for me, I'm kind of mixed. I don't like them as a collection. I think as a collection they don't feel like as a unit. Unlike with the first core refresh, they do feel like a unit. They feel like they fit together in a collection. These new 5, they're all kind of giving different vibes, you know, like they shop at different shops, which, you know, is okay because obviously each ghoul would have different, you know, aesthetics and different, you know, stores that they would probably prefer. But still, like, you do want them to be a unit and be cohesive in a collection, which I feel like here they're just not really, it's just not the same. Frankie, definitely school vibes. Claudine is like, again, rockstar, Monster Fest vibes. Cleo, kind of chill, you know. Draculaura, more like Hawaii. And then Lagouna, she's definitely like sporty. And I feel like even though with the first core refresh, we still had these kind of attributes to some extent with the designs, because obviously they're unique to every character's personality, they were still able to meld them all together in the end as a collection. Like they still look good together and not out of place, if that makes sense. Still, I do like Draculaura and Cleo. They're my favorites. Frankie is cute. Claudine is fine. And then Lagouna, she's fine too. So yeah, I guess overall, I'm kind of, yeah. I'm not bewildered, I'm just wildered. I'm just like, I'm not underwhelmed, I'm not overwhelmed, I'm just kind of like whelmed. So if that makes sense, it's kind of just like, yeah, very, I don't know, just not what I was expecting. It's just less exciting, I guess, for me. But what do you think? Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below. There's 1 tier, I've changed that now, and just a couple of perks to support the channel if you're able to, of course, no pressure, and of course, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.